Some people say Ben Stiller, not George Clooney. I'll take George Clooney.
No,
over
your
Ben Stiller.
look.
Oh, my look.
Your
like my
look.
overall look.
Yeah, you're not. Okay, I didn't say you look like George Clooney.
Oh, okay.
Take it easy.
I thought that's what you were saying. I'm going to take it. Jeez. Thank you. See, that's better than the cricket.
Oh my God. Okay. No, sorry.
So the takeaway from this is I look like George Clooney. Got it. All right.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Make It Count. I'm your host, Michelle Latocha, and today I have a high school friend in the house, Eric Sabatini. How are you, Eric?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I tried to put my prom dress on, but it don't fit. For those that don't know, Eric was my prom date.
Yes, I was. Yeah. I wish I still knew where my prom suit was.
Oh, I thought you meant, yeah. So I actually still have the prom dress in my mom's closet, and I recently tried to put it on, and I must have grown another thigh or something.
I got a tux. I remember I had to go to Welland to get a tux, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I forget sometimes that I just turned 40. I don't know. Do you feel like it's been that long since high school?
I don't feel it's been that long, but I definitely know that I turned 40 because I have all those aches and pains that everybody told me about.
Do you?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think you look better with age.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't feel better with age, though.
No, you don't feel better?
No, I wake up every morning, my foot is killing me.
So all that running you do, do you still run?
Not as much as I used to.
No.
No.
I'd always see you running.
Yeah, I used to run a lot. I got into running big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much, though.
Me too. Like after I did my half marathon, I was like, okay, running is not for me anymore. Like I just like check it off, done. And then I did that try and I was like, okay, check it off, done. It's like running is great, but I don't know. What are you into now? Long walks on the beach?
My kids. It's hard, seriously.
No, I
used
get
to
it.
love waking. I used to wake up 5:30 in the morning. I loved it. I
Yeah.
used to get up, but now it's hard because if I get up at 5:30 and then you hear that squeak in
Yeah.
the floorboard,
Yeah.
then my son gets up and
I'm in the same boat. Like if I get up early, like I was a fan of like the 6 a.m. club. Okay. Like I freaking live that. Sure. But now if I have to get up and go to work, like you're right. My daughter who's 6, she'll be waking up with me and she'd be like, okay, I'm up. I'm like, no, but you're not. Right. It's like, how do you kind of like create that? But I feel like I'm more into the evening. I mean, my kids are older. It's the driving now. It's driving them everywhere. And you have like zero time for yourself.
See, I haven't had that yet because I think your kids are a little bit older, right? So my driving, or Layla's 8 and Charlie's 5, so there's not a ton of driving.
Yeah.
But I can't do the night. I already know there's
Yeah.
no way I can do the night. For me, it's a huge adjustment to change the way I think about it, right? Because I used to just run all the time or get up early and just do it. So now it's a big change for me to think, okay, you have 30 minutes, just get it done.
Exactly.
Right? Which it's never been me.
No.
Right. So I have to learn a lot.
It's like
of
a
those
non-negotiable.
things. I got to change, but I have to change my thinking. I'm not good when it comes to that. So I need a lot of time to
process
change my
and change
thinking
it.
and to realize that 30 minutes is better than just nothing.
I know. And
Right.
sometimes honestly, like accountability, like having someone that's doing the same time as you, like even now adjusting my priorities, like, okay, they're at sports, I'll walk. Right. It's not the intense boot camp that I'm so used to doing that. Like, but now it's like, okay, I got time to walk. Okay, that's fine. I feel like as I'm aging, I think I need meditation. That's another topic.
Meditation or medication?
Oh, what? Eric, I think I've always been like that. So we went to high school together. Do you think I've changed or?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No.
Still the same?
Still the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm amazed how I passed high school. If I have so much like squirrel energy, it's like,
Yeah, but that was good. You probably used it.
yeah, I've used it. Phys ed was my favorite subject.
Yeah. Or you just used it to convince the teachers they should pass you.
Okay. I sat beside smart people. That's called efficiency. Kids don't listen to that. That's completely wrong. But
Actually, you're right. Efficiency was key.
Yeah.
When I was I still remember, I always tell people this story. When I was in grade 12 English, I knew I was way out of my comfort zone, that I had to choose the main character to read for when I was reading, like, I don't know what we're reading, Macbeth or The Tempest. And I had to choose to be the main character because that was the only way that I could focus and be efficient. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, there are some subjects, you know, you just like kind of liquidate. What aren't you good at? And then find people that are good at that. You know, I've always been an entrepreneur.
You were good at everything.
I was good at everything. Obviously. Did you think that I'd be a talk show host?
A little bit, actually. Yeah, I could see that.
So tell me about what you do now.
So I'm a mortgage agent now. You know, I find people loans for their homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're so good at it. And a little birdie told me, no, really, you're so active on social, right?
I try to be active.
Didn't you win an award?
I do. I won an award last year for within my group, within the mortgage group. Yeah, I won an award for social, but I look at social maybe a little bit differently than others. I just look at it for top of mind and for education.
Yeah.
I don't look at it for to be a viral sensation because I don't necessarily think I even understand social media enough to understand what makes something viral worthy.
Yeah.
Right.
But what I love about what you do is that you provide value. I think in your industry, it's kind of like the unknowns, right? Like, you know, coming from someone myself, I may not understand mortgages very well, right? Like maybe that's not my forte, but you break it down so well. And I think those tidbits of information that you produce and provide value helps people like myself. It's like layman's terms.
I appreciate it down. That. Yeah, no, and I know that's what I appreciate you saying that because that's what I try and do. And it's hard, right? Because you do these educational pieces or you try to break it down to make it a little bit more relatable or understandable for the average person.
Yeah.
But it also is a mind game too for me because you don't get those likes or you don't get that immediate feedback like you might in a different industry. Yeah. But it's because a mortgage isn't necessarily important to everybody at every time, right?
Exactly.
It might not be important to you right now, but it might be important to you 3 years from now.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's not sexy.
It's not sexy.
I mean, you got to make it sexy though.
Well, I'm sexy, but the mortgage isn't sexy. I guess that's what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just change what you're wearing and make it sexy. That's what it is.
But and you know what? You could try to make mortgages sexy, but I will say that they're not fun, and I don't think they're meant to be fun. Yeah. Right? It's
actually real life stuff. Like,
exactly.
And you know, we were off the cuff, like financial literacy. I think it starts there. We talked about where you know the era you were raised in. Maybe you didn't really learn financial literacy, how to put money down to buy your first home.
Yeah.
Like we weren't really taught that.
No, we weren't. I know now, like, if you look at what the province is doing, you're starting to see a little bit more when it comes to even, you know, reading a pay stub.
Yeah.
Right. We weren't taught stuff like that, but I know that they're trying to incorporate that more, especially as you go to high school.
Yeah.
That's important stuff, right?
How to read
a pay stub, how to balance a checkbook. You know, we call it I call it checkbook. I don't know if anybody balances a checkbook.
I think you're dating anymore. Yourself. I don't think there's checkbooks anymore.
I'm 40, okay, no surprise.
So something happened to me recently. I went to go deposit a check.
Yeah.
And I walked into the bank and there's no tellers. And I was like, hello? There's no tellers? I'm like, no, we haven't had tellers in 10 years. I'm like, oh, okay. So where do I deposit the check? Things are changing so rapidly, right? Yep. Just like your industry. So what would you say is something that's continually changing your industry and how you're staying on top of it?
Oh man, well, technology is really penetrating the industry for sure, for better and for worse. So after COVID, let's take a step back. Prior to COVID, all of my mortgage interactions had to be face to face. So I needed wet ink signatures on most of my documents, right? COVID happened. A lot of lenders switched to electronic signature, right? So I meet a lot less in person with clients than I ever had before, right? Okay. So that's a benefit. But at the same time, right, we're talking about something that's not sexy, like you said, and sometimes you need to meet with people face to face because we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So technology's really changed that. Now, again, right, we're doing this, right, to try and bring more people or more eyeballs to our industries, whereas we never had to do this, right? And we know podcasts are, they're rising exponentially and all of that. So
clearly mine is rising the fastest.
Obviously yours is, right? If I was doing a podcast,
obviously, okay.
Yeah. But so there's good and bad with that too, because my feelings are mixed on it. I find sometimes the technology aspect of the job to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you find you're using that's helpful?
Helpful. So again, so when it comes to, we have access through my mortgage brokerage, TMG, the mortgage group, we have access to a portal. And in that portal, it makes a lot of the documentation that we're doing, from origination, from the time I start my first discussion with you to getting data on you and starting a mortgage application, all of that's done within this portal. That makes it a heck of a lot easier for us to actually see a mortgage application through from, our first call to a closing date. If we're talking social media, I use a lot of different things, right? Like I see tripods set up here. I have microphones. I have, lighting, all of these things I've had to immerse myself in and educate myself on to try and make my business better, right? Or up
what
with
do
the
you
times.
feel like, okay, you just hit the nail on the head, is that when you signed up to be a mortgage agent, no one told you to buy a tripod. No one told you to do something. So, the type of person that's in your industry, that's, you probably attribute your success to being able to pivot and learn.
Learn. Yeah. I had to
learner.
learn from everybody, right? Like, I don't know how much people know about the visibility boosters, but my connection before it was with you, it was with Pete, right?
Yeah.
And I had to have conversations with people who were more experts in the field to learn about what I needed to do next, because I have to stay in my lane, and mortgages are my wheelhouse, but for me to move outside of there, I need help.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's exactly it. As business owners, right? Whatever industry you're in, you wear so many hats, right? What can you say, okay, I need to outsource. I need to figure this out, because you can't be the expert in everything. And you need to, keep your expertise in your industry so you can drive sales.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
focus on what you're good at.
But okay, so you're saying that to me. Do you, or have you found that difficult in your experience as a business owner?
Yeah, I feel like, when we take on a new client, just like as mortgages, try to educate. Why do we use this tool? Like, why do you need it?
Yeah.
Right? As an agency, your job is to empower business owners to really capitalize and increase their digital assets and really streamline their communication. But sometimes as a business owner, maybe you've been in business for 10 years, you're a brick and mortar, and you're like, I don't need this stuff. Why do I need it? But the world is changing. As you can see, going to the bank and there's no tellers. If you don't pivot as your business, grows and evolves, the business won't survive in the digital landscape that we have right now.
See, and that's where I struggled at the start, right? Because I didn't know, before I sat down with Pete here, what is a CRM, right?
Yeah.
A CRM is something huge that has helped my business, right? That I've gotten just through the visibility boosters. But what I mean is, when I sat down with Pete, I said, I don't understand how that's any different than using that Google Sheets that I was using at that time to track things. So I had to learn about touch points. I had to learn about automated emails. I had to learn about sending mass email blasts or mass texts to my clients, and why that would be beneficial for me. And I remember Pete asked me, like, what's the lifetime value of your client? And I had no idea how to answer that question.
And you're not alone.
And I don't know how to answer, but I understand why that's a question now, 5 years later. Right? Because I can utilize different digital assets to support me in expanding the lifetime value of a client, because it's not one mortgage. It could be 10 mortgages down the line. So yeah, that was very overwhelming. I think I understand a lot more about it now.
Yeah, and it's a learning curve.
It's an iceberg is what it is.
Yeah.
Because you just know a little bit of it, and it's so
But you're the
after.
perfect student, right? Because you like to learn and you want to succeed, right? And in any business, if you want to succeed, you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and actually learn what you need.
Sure. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not easy whatsoever. No, and a lot of it is outside of even the expertise that you're focusing on in your business.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody can put mortgage information into an application, right? It's all of those external factors that you put together that can help you.
Exactly.
Or at least benefit you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's play a little game called Mortgage Mythbusters. Okay. Is this a myth? You need 20% down to get a mortgage.
Yes, that's a myth. That's a big myth. So In Canada, you need 5%
Okay.
of the purchase price to get a mortgage.
All right.
Okay. Now, with that being said, and we were having a little off the cuff conversation before we started, there's so many little details that you need to know, right?
Yeah.
It's 5% of the first $500,000 and it's 10% of the difference. So over 500,000 to $999,999.
Wow.
And then after December 15th, that changes again. So there's a lot of changes all the time.
Okay.
But yes, 20% down is a myth.
Okay.
Yeah.
The lowest rate is always the best choice.
No, that's my big one. The lowest rate is not always the best choice, right? It's working with somebody who's going to teach you about all of those different aspects to explain to you rate being one thing, but what's the penalty if you take that rate, right? What are you signing up for? What are you not signing up for? What are you missing by, not taking a different rate? So the lowest rate might be the best choice, but it's not definitely the best choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your credit score needs to be perfect to qualify for a mortgage.
No. That's definitely a myth. There's a lot of different lending profiles that support lower than ideal credit. Right?
Okay.
A lot of people want to know, hey, what's my credit score? So it falls between 300 and 900 in Canada. So you can get a mortgage for a lot of different levels, right? Even if it's not ideal. So starting point 680 and above is where we tell clients we want to be, but 600 to 680, there's something for you.
Oh.
Even if it's less than 600, it might not be the most ideal mortgage solution or what you want, but there's still a mortgage available to you.
Oh, okay, good. It's better to wait for the perfect time to buy.
Oof, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because I don't know if I could tell you when is the perfect time or where the bottom of the market is. I think that's a myth. I would say the perfect time to buy is when your bank account can handle it. That's, I guess.
Do you ever work like closely with real estate agents?
Yeah, I my business, I would say is about 60-40. So 60% work with real estate agents, 40% work with, my own database and engaging my own database. But we're real estate agents for sure. They're definitely a referral partner because, you're so intertwined.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there a perfect ideal client for you, like first-time home buyers or ones that want to downsize their home? Like, do you like to work with specific clientele?
I think if you would have asked me that question when I first started, I would have said first-time home buyers. I think now the profile of my clients it's so diverse. So I don't like to pigeonhole myself and say first-time home buyers. You're a first-time home buyer, great, come for advice.
Yeah.
If you're looking to downsize or if you're looking to refinance because you have debts or you're trying to do renovations, it all sort of fits my profile. So if you're looking for advice, education, that's the primary goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how does it start? Let's just say, a couple wants to think about moving. They're not 100% sure about their debt. What would be the first steps? Reaching out to you and then what?
Yeah, you reach out. So typically I'll have clients reach out to me, but the first step is I have to have that conversation with you over the phone. That's one of my non-negotiables. I know that oftentimes I'll get a referral or an email, right? From social media, from my own website, from Google. I'll get that email. My first step is always getting them on the phone because I need to learn about what the process is here, right? What are your goals? Like, do you have a family? Like, what are your plans here? What do you do? Because, I could request everything and anything under the sun from you, but it needs to fit your profile. So that one non-negotiable is we need to talk first.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from there, at least I know what I need from you to be able to tell you your best next step.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let's play Pictionary.
I've seen this before. So, okay.
Didn't you do well in art school?
No,
art class or art
I'm
school. He did
terrible
not
at
go to art school,
No,
clearly.
I didn't go to art.
Okay, so pick 3 papers in here, and I will pick 3. And you have a whiteboard beside you.
I don't show you the papers, right?
No, don't show me the papers.
No. Okay.
I'm really good at this game. Actually, I said I wasn't good at this game, but actually, I think I'm really good at this game. Okay. So, okay, maybe not. Alrighty then. All right, so let's grab our whiteboards. Okay, I'm hitting everything. Gonna grab a marker. 2 of them, maybe. Okay, you're going to go first. Okay, you have 30 seconds. So draw, and you have 30 seconds to draw and show me what it is.
To draw any one of them?
Yeah.
Or all three at the same time?
Oh, maybe. No, draw one at a time.
Draw one at a time?
Okay, ready and go.
Okay. Oh man, see, this is why I didn't do well at art.
Postcard.
Yep, got it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go next.
Dynamite.
Okay, that's like less than 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. Okay, you can stop now. Okay, got that. All right, ready and okay. I get made fun of in my family because I'm not the best artist. Yeah, you're gonna be able to tell. Oy, oy. Don't know what to do here. Okay, this is what it is.
Coffee. Tumbler.
No.
Looks like a Yeti.
Oh my gosh. I know this is not charades, but this is like it's a flashlight. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not good here.
No, that wasn't bad.
No,
That
it's
wasn't
not
bad.
bad because you thought that was a Yeti.
I'm looking at this. I don't even know. I think I was trying to draw the Space Needle.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's good. Okay, you
All
have
right.
another one.
Okay.
Okay, tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Ready?
mine might be a little bit easy.
Okay.
Okay.
And go.
I'm ready.
I know you can be better than me. Show the camera what it is, because I have no idea. I someone going over the beam, the gymnastics.
Oh dear. This is bad.
Is it active sports or is it?
I don't even know what I did here.
Oh my gosh,
I had
light
a
bulb.
vision. No, close. It was a candle.
A candle.
I was doing
Oh my
that.
gosh, okay, Eric. Yeah,
I should have
no.
put like Yankee Candle on.
Yeah,
there or
that's
something.
not good. Okay,
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
what
go
that is.
now.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh my gosh, like in like my head, I feel like I can do it, but then I look at it, I don't know. Oh my
We're running out
gosh.
of time, I think.
Okay.
Pizza.
Oh, but
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
A
in
pizza box.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. That's not bad. And
Oh
you
my
had the
God,
depth in that
I
one.
got it. Look at
Yeah,
this.
you even had the three-dimensional depth there.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Last one.
All right. I see
can't
this
believe
one
I
for
got
last.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Bigfoot. The foot. Foot stinks. The foot stinks.
No. The foot doesn't stink. It's an arrow is pointing at it.
The foot. The laces. The laces of a
You
foot.
got it.
Foot shoelace.
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 Yep. See?
Oh my god.
Not bad.
Okay, wait. There's no shoe on there. It's just laces. Did you tie lace on your skin?
Michelle,
Okay.
I'm not selling art pieces.
Okay,
I'm selling mortgages.
Okay. Yeah. Clearly. Okay. Last one. I'm gonna ace this one.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like I need everyone to be quiet. I need time to be quiet. I can't focus on what I'm doing. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
A minion.
Okay. No. So, see.
Glasses. Eyeglasses.
Okay. No. Oh.
Sun.
Sun.
Glasses.
Yeah,
Sunglasses.
sunglasses.
Got it. There you go.
Oh my god. Okay. You're
Okay,
good. You're
not
good.
bad.
Okay. I would say that Eric won this.
Have I been better than the other guests?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay, you can put it down. No, let's just not quit your day job, girl. Boy. So, oh my god, I just.
Whatever. It's
Oh my god. Okay, so where are we here? I thought, we've gone to high school together, he's friends. I was thinking like, hey, 2 truths and a lie. Mm-hmm. Like maybe you don't really know me. I've really evolved since high school.
So you want me to give you 2 truths and a lie?
Yeah, and I'm going to give you 2 truths and a lie because, like, I feel like, I could stump you.
Okay.
Okay.
You go first then?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I've skydived. I have worked as a nightclub host. And I'm a speed reader.
Speed reader. That's a lie.
Well, aren't you wrong? Okay, I will have you know that when I was in elementary school,
Yeah.
I was in a gifted program for reading, for speed
Really?
reading. Yes, I know you would never.
No, it's because you,
Thank you very
you
much.
talked
Thank you.
yourself down at the start of it, saying that high school wasn't for you.
Because I was very hyper, but yes, I was speed reading. Yeah,
really
yeah,
okay. So that was one of the truths.
yeah.
What was the first one again?
I skydived.
You're a nightclub host. That's a lie.
Well, I worked at the casino. I was the host with the mostest. Technically, it was a nightclub.
Oh, see, I thought
I stumped you there.
skydiving was too
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah, no.
So this is what happens.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
get in my own head. And
Yeah,
I
no,
overthink
I
it.
have never skydived. I would never skydive.
No, neither would I.
No, never.
No.
I mean, PETA skydived. I would never skydive.
Yeah.
Okay, you go now.
Two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to Brock University.
Don't think too hard. I do know you. So, okay, go on.
Well, I don't know if you knew me after high school. Well, okay. All right. You want me to go hard? Who played the cricket? Jeez. It's a tough crowd in here, man.
Oh my God, no, it's not.
Okay.
Make him feel special. Okay.
See, this is what's hard because, I'm not good at being on the spot. See,
What?
you're
I stumped you?
You didn't stump me. I'll make something up. I'm just saying I'm not good at being put on the spot.
Two truths
right?
and a lie. Don't just make one thing up. What's
Make
the matter
one
with you,
thing
huh?
up. Okay. All right, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. My best friend is still from high school. That's one.
Okay.
Okay. Number two, I own a house in Italy. And number three, I have only owned 2 cars my entire life.
The house in Italy is a lie.
Why do you think that was a lie?
Tupa Italiano? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lie. It's more of a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream, not
It's
a
a
lie.
dream.
Yeah.
Okay. I know who your best friend is, and he's from high school.
Yeah.
And I can see you only owning 2 cars.
Yeah. Only own 2 cars.
And
entire
because you probably have,
And
you
I just
saved
got-
so much money and you had a boatload of money in your bank.
No, I just got rid of my old one. I just got rid of my old one like
And,
6 months ago. I drove.
I mean,
it
but
a
you
lot.
know what?
Yeah.
You look like you could live in Italy with your look. Your look.
With my look, I can look like I can live there.
Yeah, for sure. Like you got the George Clooney look. I could see that.
Thank you.
With the scarpines and everything, you
Some
know?
people say Ben Stiller, not George Clooney. I'll take George Clooney.
No,
over
your
Ben Stiller.
look.
Oh, my look,
Your
like my
look.
overall look.
Yeah, you're not okay. I didn't say you look like George Clooney.
Oh, okay.
Take it easy.
I thought that's what you were saying. I'm going to take it. Jeez. Thank you. See, that's better than the cricket.
Oh my God. Okay. No, sorry.
So the takeaway from this is I look like George Clooney. Got it. All right, that's my takeaway.
Okay, I went searching for George Clooney at Lake Como. I didn't find him actually, but I heard he moved. So
Did you go to Lake Como?
yeah,
Was it nice?
it was beautiful.
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 You'd go again.
I would go in a heartbeat.
Yeah, my wife and I. That's our, I think, our next trip.
Oh,
but
it's so
off the
beautiful.
beaten path in Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like the Rome or the off the beaten path.
You know what? I loved Rome. I love like the just hustle and bustle of like this vibrancy.
I liked it. I'm gonna say, but
Have
I'm
you
just
been?
saying. Yeah, I went
Oh.
to Rome, 2007.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I went
yeah,
there.
so I've been to Rome a couple times, but I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
But I do like the calm of like being a wanderer in like slow streets.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want space.
Yeah.
I don't like when people are around me.
Did you ever watch the movie Talented Mr. Ripley?
I think so. Long time ago. Is
Yeah.
that Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Do I look like him?
Okay, back up. Back up.
Fishing
Okay.
for compliments.
Okay, so last thing I want to talk to you about is Mortgage Wisdom Edition. with Eric Sabatini.
Mortgage Wisdom Edition.
Okay. One quick tip for first-time home buyers.
One of my biggest tips, I think, for a first-time home buyer is to pretend that your mortgage rate is higher than it actually is. That's what I like to teach them. So when I first started this in this business, mortgage rates were a little bit lower than where they are today. But I always used to tell them, pretend that your mortgage rate is X, whatever. Pretend it's higher.
Yeah.
Because if you're making your monthly payments, pretending that your rate is higher, you're actually paying down your mortgage faster. And less money is going into the bank's pocket.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So that's one of my biggest ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
A red flag to watch for in mortgage deals.
So it's funny that you ask me this question now because on October 11th, mortgage brokers, agents, everybody, we all had to follow a lot more compliance when it comes to money laundering.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's as of October 11th, we have to do something for FinTrack, which is a financial wing of independent wing that looks at anti-money laundering, terrorist activity, politically exposed people. So there's a lot more due diligence that goes into any deal right now. So a red flag, job letters, looking at job letters, making sure that the places exist. Yeah, I mean, fraud is a big thing right now when it comes to mortgages.
So sad.
Yeah. You have to Google everything. Make sure that the jobs are legit, that the places exist. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big thing. Yep.
Best advice for anyone looking to refinance.
Refinancing is very, very important if you are struggling, especially right now with higher mortgage rates. So if you are struggling to make ends meet at the end of the month because your mortgage payments are too high, you can look into refinancing and re-amortizing. So bringing your amortization from where it is up to higher to bring your mortgage payments down. It's not necessarily ideal because now you're extending the time that you're in your mortgage. But if it provides you relief now, that's good. Or if you have higher interest debts. So a mortgage rate of 4.5% is still a lot better than carrying thousands of dollars of debt on a credit card. So if you're going to refinance and you're paying off higher interest debts, then it could make sense.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And last, the one question everyone should ask their mortgage agent.
Ooh, that's a good one. The one question. Do you give me budgets? So this is one that I like to do a lot. So when you're working with a mortgage agent or a mortgage broker, one of the things is budgeting with them because, and I like to produce these on Google Sheets, budgets to show them exactly, the information that is some of their information, whether they're buying or selling or both, right? Because sometimes you need to know, like right down to the penny, like what you're getting from the sale of a house and how it translates to buying, right? So are you using budgets? Because that visual is sometimes the most important thing for clients who, when you're having a conversation on the phone, you're tossing around numbers here and there, it doesn't necessarily register.
Wow. Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been nice to kind of catch up and really, I think you're doing an amazing job. I know that we've chatted, over the last few years, but what you're doing in your industry is being noticed, and I love watching your videos because it is educational, and I think you're really good at it. So
thank you.
Keep doing what you're
I
doing.
appreciate that, and I know that I know if we're all giving each other like big hugs right now, I know that where my business is today is because of the relationships I built. One of them with you and Pete at Visibility Boosters, because again, I would have never understood the process of how to actually build a business if I didn't set up that meeting with you guys, that so many years ago. So, believe me, it's not lost on me how certain people in my life have helped me grow. So I do thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm going to post everything about Eric and how you can reach him. If you don't already do so, you should follow him because his videos are super educational. They provide value. He's a great guy if you want to ask any questions, and we'll post the links below. And I'm going to leave you with this quote, be yourself everyone else has taken. So thank you so much for joining me today, and stay tuned for next episode.
Thanks so much.